topic before Grant. I'm sure you got to go to sleep. You're getting tired. A long day for you. We'll maybe keep this one a little short. What should the Colts do at quarterback with the Carson Wentz injury? I know there's been a lot of Jimmy G talk there. Niners fans at least are really looking to get rid of him. But I'll kick it to you, Grant. What do you think they should do at quarterback?
I think they should trade for Jimmy G, honestly, and not pick up the whole salary. Of course, I think the Niners would take most of that money, but they'd have to get a pretty good pick back. And I think Indy should do it because they're not in a. They don't have a. They can't tank this year. They can't do that. They have to win. And even if they try to tank, their team is too good. Even with Jacob Eason, they might win 7 games and not be in a position to draft whatever great quarterback this year. I think their team is really good. They're paying a lot of money to a lot of good players. They got to try to win now. And I'm not even sure that Carson Wentz is better than Jimmy. Carson Wentz has his own issues. So if they could get like with the Lions are paying $7 million this year for Jared Goff. If Indy could do something similar for Jimmy Garoppolo, I think that's their best move. That's why I see it.
Vish?
Yeah, so in terms of what's the best move for Indy, originally, like you talked about it, is Carson Wentz better than Jimmy Garoppolo? Carson Wentz is more physically gifted. You can't say based on his last season that he's a better quarterback than what Jimmy Garoppolo has played the last 2 years because Carson Wentz was downright awful last year. He was maybe the worst quarterback in the NFL. People like me who are still not calling him that are just holding out to the hope of his physical talent mixed with the fact that he showed a lot more in his previous seasons. But he was awful by every metric, whether it was film analysis or analytics. He was a terrible quarterback last year for the Eagles, and that's true. So does Jimmy G make sense? Yeah. If you look at their system, what they want to do with Frank Reich, the kind of team they have, Jimmy G would be very successful for that. He would actually be a really good quarterback, especially if they do what you say and don't take his full salary. The reason I don't think he's the best move for them is because of the report today that Carson Wentz will not miss the entire season. The Colts are very optimistic about that. I think that it would be a situation of too many cooks in the kitchen. If Carson Wentz was out the entire season, then yeah, if I was the Colts, I would be pushing hard to get Jimmy Garoppolo because they can go far in the playoffs next year with Jimmy Garoppolo as their quarterback. Granted, he also has an injury issue, but if he stays healthy, it makes perfect sense. And then the Niners can transition seamlessly into the Trey Lance era. It makes sense for both teams from that standpoint. But because of that, I look back and I say I don't like the Nick Foles idea. I don't like taking any part of his still somewhat large salary. I'm not a fan of that. Obviously, I did not like Jacob Eason before his draft, even though he's got one of the strongest arms, like maybe in the NFL. I do not think that's an option. He's way too immobile in a mobility league. Best comp I could throw out off the top of my head is he's Ryan Mallett 2.0. So if you're asking me what they should do, honestly, I think there should be some sort of attempt to get a guy similar, and they can't get that specific guy because I don't think Miami will give him up, but get a guy like what they had with Jacoby Brissett, a guy that you can start for 10 games, maybe go 5-5 until Carson Wentz comes back. That's still a bit more expensive, but relatively cheaper. Case Keenum's on the Browns. You might be able to get him, though that one might be tough. Chase Daniel's the ultimate backup. I'm not sure where he is, but I'm sure he's pocketing $10 million right now, though I don't think he's a good quarterback. So having him play, the other guy obviously would be Brissett himself, though I don't think the Dolphins would be inclined to move him. But somebody like that, Mariota is another option, though. I'm not bullish on Mariota's ability to throw in spite of what he did last year. But something like that. Minshew, as Jamal mentioned, would be another option. The kind of guy that's like the 35th best quarterback in the NFL, but he's capable of starting 10 games.
Interesting. Yeah, I'm kind of on the same thing. I disagree with Jimmy. I think that, I understand, their quarterback's injured and they need to get someone. But if you're trading for Jimmy, you're basically saying, we're just done with Wentz already. And I don't think they're done with Wentz. They just need a bridge pretty much. So here's a few guys that I would say that 2 are implausible. 1 makes a lot of sense if he'll do it. Brissett, I don't know why the Dolphins would trade him. I think they clearly value having a veteran back there, especially for Tua, because they put Fitzpatrick in a few times, even when Tua was there. Another guy would be Minshew, as mentioned, very cheap, good enough bridge, but I don't know if the Jags would trade him in division. That would be my only issue. The last guy's Rivers. I think Rivers wouldn't be terrible. They won a lot of games with him last year, and I really don't think he was doing anything particularly special. And maybe, who knows, he'll come out of retirement. I know other Nick Wright, who's a famous, I guess, media man, he was basically saying that being with his kid, like 10 kids or whatever all day, might be getting a little overrated for him. So I could see that, and maybe he comes back and plays for a few weeks. And I think that's honestly the best option they have, because he's good enough and they wouldn't have to give up much to get him. So I would say Phillip Rivers, if at all possible.
Yeah. So
sounds good to me.
Yeah, I think Grant looks pretty exhausted there, so I think we'll end our show here. The guy works way too hard, so we forgive him, you know. We know Grant Cohn's work ethic.
I've been streaming since 11 a.m. I'm sorry.
On his off day, think about that. The guy is off, and he's been streaming till it's 12.
I'm not done. In another hour, I got to go on KTVU and tell the good people of Channel 2 in the Bay Area about Trey Lance. So I got to go get some pep.
So what do you do? Do you drink a coffee with 40-ounce cup of coffee with 2 espresso
I just
shots
slap myself in the face. I'll take a shower. Maybe a shower will help. But
cold shower though?
I'm going down. Nah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do here. I don't know what.
But he's gonna be ready.
Yeah.
On KTV. I don't know what channel KTV is.
2.
I'm assuming it's the local news station in Oakland.
Channel 2. Local news.
2.
Yep. Yeah.
Channel 2 was CBS for me. Well,
okay.
When I had cable, but I don't have it anymore. But we have YouTube TV. But I mean, This is wasted time anyway. The point is, we've reached the end of our stream. Nobody cares about what cable or how I'm watching TV. It doesn't matter. But we've reached the end of the stream. Thank you all for watching. It's been a while since we've been able to get so many of you into the stream, and it's exciting. And we're excited to see what happens with our content as the season comes through. It's really exciting, though. Game Pass not having all 22 is right now an L. Good thing we haven't renewed our subscription yet. We're gonna see what goes on there. They don't have all 22. It's rough. Grant, that's Tuesdays.
I know. I don't understand how they're doing that. NFL just doesn't get it, but
they'll make it like another $100 a year to get it, because they realize they can make a ton of money doing that.
Probably. I don't know.
Yeah. The point is, thank you all for joining us. We will be back next time very soon. Yeah, Blake is a dog. That's true. He's different. But we will be back very soon. In the meantime, we'll be posting videos from our channel. Please like, subscribe, share in the comments if you think Detroit versus everybody, Don Burr, is right about the score for week 1. If you think Tommy Huxley is right about the Detroit Lions offensive line. If you think the Niners secondary is an issue. And we will see you next time. Thank you.